Jungkook recorded all of Jimin's moments during this time. Finally uncovered, Los Angeles is a silent witness to a reality that has been tightly hidden behind professional smiles, sparkling stages, and hunting camera gazes. In the midst of BTS comeback issues and uncertainty about the direction of each member's solo career, a confession that came accidentally from Jungkook's mouth in the Weverse live broadcast made the ARMY seem to fall into silence. I actually recorded everything. A long time ago. Quietly. The statement was made during the evening live LA time, when the atmosphere of the broadcast began to soften, and Jungkook was seen sitting back on the sofa while playing something in his hands, a small black handycam, looking worn but full of meaning. There were no dramatic effects, no background music, only an honest look in his eyes and a low voice as he finally opened what he had been keeping in silence. "There's something in Jimin Hyung's way of seeing the world," Jungkook said softly, "that I don't think should just disappear." Suddenly, the ARMY's comments exploded. "Record what? Since when? Why don't you ever tell me?" But Jungkook didn't answer right away. He just laughed a little, as if embarrassed but loving. Then, with a slow motion, he picked up the handycam and pointed it at himself. "I started recording him since before the pandemic. Sometimes during rehearsals, sometimes when he's asleep in the back of the studio, sometimes when he's cranky just because I'm 5 minutes late. All those little moments. I think one day, they'll be the only thing that can save us from forgetting." Jungkook was silent for a moment, his eyes glazed over. He stared at his phone screen, reading comments scattered around the world. "I'm not a stalker, don't get me wrong," he joked. "I'm just too scared to lose everything." Even more surprising, the day after the broadcast, a short 45-second clip appeared that was uploaded on Jungkook's old burner account, which was later confirmed by fans as his personal account first at the beginning of the debut. The video shows Jimin laughing loudly, sitting on the back steps of the old Big Hit building, wearing a black hoodie and training pants. His voice is clearly audible. "Jungkook, don't keep recording, shame on you." But the camera is not dead. Only Jungkook's quiet laugh from behind the lens and a short sentence, "You're funny. I don't want to forget this." The clip went viral in a matter of minutes, and ARMY realized that it might have been all along. Jungkook not only filmed Jimin because he wanted to capture someone he admired, but because he loved the little moments that the world didn't see. Moments that belonged to both of them, before belonging to anyone. An internal source from HYB even confirmed that Jungkook had submitted a personal documentary project containing pieces of the video. But for reasons of privacy and emotional involvement, the project was temporarily frozen. But now, after the frank confession came straight from his mouth, the public began to ask, will the project really be released? Not long after, Jimin uploaded a sentence on his Weverse account, "Thank you for seeing me, even when I didn't want to be seen," accompanied by a picture, a silhouette of himself sitting in front of the glass, taken from behind, from the angle of a hidden camera. Jungkook stared at the window of the hotel where he was broadcasting, then let out a long sigh. Los Angeles night looks quiet, but his heart is full of sounds. He continued in an almost whispering voice, as if speaking not only to the audience, except to himself or maybe to Jimin, who was in another room that night. "I'm often said to be a perfectionist, but, to be honest, there are a lot of things I can't control. But when I look at Jimin Hyung, when he laughs, even on the worst of days, it feels like the world I can hold for a while. That's why I recorded it, because I'm afraid it was all a dream." Jungkook's hand rubbed the small lens on his handycam. His eyes were red, but he still had a small smile. The smile is not for the camera. It's a smile for memories. For someone who is always behind his eyes. For Jimin, what made the night even deeper and more emotional was when he mentioned that some of the videos he had saved would never be shown to anyone. "Some recordings," he says, "are too sacred. It is not for world consumption. It's only ours." Shortly afterwards, the broadcast was suddenly paused for a few seconds. The comments stopped flowing and the screen went dark for a moment. When he returned, Jungkook was no longer holding his handycam. He was seen rubbing his face, as if aware that he had just shared the deepest part of his soul. You know, he said quietly, a lot of you love us because of the music, because of the performances. But underneath it all, we're human too. And I think maybe it's time for you to know that Jimin Hyung, he fell silent. Looking deeper into the camera than usual, he continued, "That's why I stayed." The next day, Weverse was filled with thousands of messages from ARMY pouring out their emotions. Many admitted to crying, many felt closer emotionally to Jungkook and Jimin after that night. But the surprises did not stop there. In the evening, Jimin's Instagram account uploaded a photo. Not a selfie, not the stage, but the blurred twilight pictures. They look like they were taken in secret. Below it, a simple caption is written, "He always knows when to be silent and when to perpetuate." Thank you, Jungkook. The fans understand. It was not just a greeting. It was confirmation that everything Jungkook said the night before was real. That their love, affection, and friendship is not just a staged narrative, but something alive, growing, and profound. A few days after the incident, a documentary editor in Korea who had worked with HYB leaked that a personal project called Jungkook was not just a collection of ordinary videos. Its working title is tentatively called The Way He Smiles, and it has been in development for over 3 years. However, HYB itself has not yet issued an official statement regarding the release of the project. Many suspect that this will be part of BTS's 12th birthday gift that falls in 2025. But clearly, one thing is certain, the world has seen glimpses of the wounds, love, and devotion of a magne who chose to record, not for existence, but to keep what matters most to him, and now we know. Jungkook never wanted the world to forget what Jimin looked like when he smiled. Due to Jungkook, that was the only thing he wanted to keep forever. An hour after the broadcast ended, the mood in the fan community turned very emotional. Many returned to replay pieces of Jungkook's broadcast that night, noting his facial expressions, the way he took a breath before speaking, and the long pause he took before saying the name, Jimin Hyung. Not a few ARMY began to share their own moments recorded in concerts or a fan meeting, where Jungkook and Jimin exchanged glances, preceded each other in laughter, or quietly comforted each other backstage. Someone even made a video montage called He Always Recorded, combines various old clips from fancam, BTS documentaries, and even footage taken by fans themselves shows Jungkook always carrying a small camera or using a cell phone while behind Jimin. The video went viral, touching millions of viewers in just a matter of hours. Even more thrilling was when one of the most commented on the video wrote, "The most sincere love is not that which is shown, but that which is secretly kept and guarded." A phrase that seems to sum everything up. In the morning, around 6:45 South Korean time, Jimin's Weverse account appeared unexpectedly. He didn't write much, just one sentence. "There are things I can't put into words, but he always knows." The ARMY was crying again. Because behind all the recordings, behind all the smiles, and behind all the silence they choose, there is a deep connection it may not be fully named by the world. But for both of them, that's enough. Jungkook records, Jimin remembers. The world watched in silence, and in the end, it all makes us believe that even in the midst of the spotlight of the world, two hearts can find each other a place to go home. Now, the question is no longer about whether they will make a comeback together or not, but about the depth of the relationship not everyone can understand. Jungkook not only recorded Jimin's face, but also recorded difficult times, emotional moments, and memories that shape who they are today. In an era where all moments are hunted to be content, Jungkook chose recording for a different reason. Out of love, because of memories, for fear of forgetting, and the world, so far seeing only the shine on the surface, finally realized that behind the small camera, stored tales of brotherhood, loyalty, and might, a love that does not require confession. Everyone can record, Jungkook said, but not everyone records for fear of losing. And that's what makes it all feel so real.